I welcome you all for the today's Python class. The topic that we're going to look today is conditional statements in a loop. Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which defines a set of instructions to be executed in a certain order to get the desired output. Algorithms are generally created independent of underlying languages. That is, an algorithm can be implemented in more than one programming language. There are no well defined standards for writing algorithms, rather, it is problem or resource dependent. Algorithms are never written to support a particular programming code. As we know that all programming languages share basic code constructs like loops, do for while, flow control if else, etc. These common constructs can be used to write an algorithm. Example: problem to design an algorithm to add two numbers and display the result. So this is how the algorithm look like. Start, declare three integers a, b, and c, define values of a and b, add values of a and b, store output of step 4 to c, print c, stop. An alternative of T before algorithm. Then we have flowcharts. Flowcharts graphically represent the flow of a program. There are four basic shapes used in a flowchart. Each shape has a specific use. Oval for the start and end, parallelogram for input and output, rectangle for calculations, diamond for the selection structures. So this is how the flowchart look like. This is the example 2 for this coding the flowchart. So this is a symbol start and end. An oval represents a start or end point. Arrows. A line is a connector that shows relationships between the representative shapes. A parallelogram represents input or output. A rectangle represents a process. A diamond represents a decision. These are the flowchart symbols that we can use it in the Python program. So Python indent. Indentation refers to the spaces at the beginning of a program, where in other programming languages the indentation is code is for readability only. The indentation in Python is very important. Python uses indentation to indicate a block of code. Statement, indentation, comments, it goes like that. Coming to the conditional statements. If, else, elif, switch case, nested are the conditional statements. Conditional statement, as the name suggests itself, is used to handle conditions in your program. These statements guide the program while making decisions based on the conditions encountered by the program. Python has three key conditional statements that you should know. If statement, if else statement, if elif, else ladder. If statement is a conditional statement in Python that is used to determine whether a block of code will be executed or not. Meaning, if the program finds the condition defined in the if statement to be true, it will go ahead and execute the code block inside the if statement. If condition, then the code of block. This is syntax. So this is the flowchart for if statement. If the condition is true, then the block of statement will be executed, or false, it will skip. This is the working of if the condition is true, number is equal to 10. If number is greater than 10, then the code follows, or otherwise it will skip. This is the example. Number is equal to 10. If number is greater than 0, 10 is greater than 0. So it is true. So the line next to the if, that is the code of block of the if, will be executed. And then the following code that follows the block of code will be executed. If this if is not true, then the block of code following if will not be executed, and the code following the next line will get started executed. This is another example. Coming to the if else. If condition executes the code of block when the condition is true. Similarly, the else statement works in conjecture with the if statement to execute a code of block when the defined if condition is false. This is the syntax. If condition is true, then that code of block get executed, else the other block of code following else will get executed. So this is the flow chart explaining the if else, and this is the working process. If this particular condition expression is true, then the code of block following if gets executed. Else, the if part, if it is not true, then the else part gets executed. The line of execution will goes to else if the condition is false. This is the example. Coming to the elif. Elif statement enables us to check multiple conditions and execute the specific block of codes depending upon the true condition among them. We can have a number of elif statements in our program depending upon our need. However, using elif is optional. If condition 1 is true, code block 1 gets executed. Elif condition 2, elif condition 3. Then the elif gets uh, another else block to get to the last condition to get executed. This is the flowchart explaining elif. We can have as many as elif as we have conditions, and then for the if we should include the else block. So this is how it will execute. The first condition, if is true, then the code of block get executed. And then skipping elif and else, it goes to the next code of block. If else is if expression is false, it goes to elif. And then the code following else. If as all conditions are false, then we have else get executed. This is the example, and this is the nested if statements. We can also use an if statement inside of an if statement. This is known as a nested if statement. Outer if statement, if condition 1 statement to get executed. Inner if statement, if condition 2 statements following if condition 2 gets executed. This is the flow chart, and this is the example. Hope you enjoy the video. I will meet you in the next video on Python. Thank you all.